Hi guys, John here, Forex Fire, Smart Money. So tonight we're going to possibly go through a couple of things on the charts, okay? I'm just going to have a look on just to see if the video, I'll start right there we are. Might be a bit bright. You might hear a little bit of noise in the background. It's just the kids having a bit mess around before they actually go to bed for school. Hey, let's get on with the charts. Right, see if I can block that light off. Get it, I think. Right, so what we'll do is we'll run through a few of the charts, but we'll do some housekeeping first of all. First of all, I just want to thank everybody that has sort of come over to the group here, okay? And again, we have around about, I do believe, 50 members at the moment or more. So what I've done is I'm going to try and condense things on here on topics, okay, as trade ideas, Forex cheat sheets, if I see any, Forex fire analysis, where I might do some midweek sort of analysis, and I'll put some videos into here. Also, we've got here started signature patterns. So again, a lot of you that are sort of following me, there's a couple of different ways you can trade smart money, okay? One of the easiest forms is the fibs and the breakout of zone following a trend reversal. Okay, that's the easiest way. You just pull out the fibs from the high to the low to the high, and you are waiting for that particular area to be filled. Okay, and we wait for the move back, and then there's the signature move, which some of you have actually taken on board straight away. It does take some people a little bit more sort of time to let that sink in and get used to, but there is a few of you I've noticed have actually started to post on our community wall, and it's sort of you're doing really well with it. Okay, so again, for everybody that's in the Facebook group, if you are not already inside of this right now with the Discord channel, you need to message me as soon as you possibly can, okay, and ask for the invite code. When I invite people, this code that it produces is only valid for a certain length of time, and then they refresh. But inside of here, there's so much value, so much goodness that it's took me a lot of time over the weekend to set up, and it's well worth getting into. I've got channels where you have a welcome, announcements, and rules. I've got voice channels, so if you want to do a voice chat, you can do with each other. From there, I've got my area at the moment with the trading, so I've got the Smart Money Forex Fire analysis training, which I'll drop the few odd bits of nuggets in there. From there, you've got the members chat area. This is where I want you guys to use this to the best potential, okay? You've got your own little chat group in there where everybody can chime in, ask questions, put their talk about setups and things like that. And then you've got the trade ideas where you guys are sort of marking up your charts, and you can sort of learn along the process as well as me chiming in and helping you with this. You can sort of spur each other on and just seeing what other members think of your chart setups, okay? Because we're all in here to sort of learn together, okay? From there, you've got this here, which is the video training module, okay, where I try and break everything down to the best of my ability, where we identify the banker's candles, break structure part 2, the fib levels that I use, imbalance areas, what they're about, equal highs and lows and how we can target these and what they're about, okay? Trend analysis and putting it all together, I show you how to go through all that, and then putting it all together, number 2, and then we spoke about the signature move, which can be just as powerful as the trend reversal, okay? And then from there, guys, we've got Forex cheat sheets, and because I take a lot of my time up and putting all this together, if you see any sort of value in what we do on here whatsoever, you can simply go to this part here, which is donate to the page, donate to the channel. You can click on the GoFundMe part, and if you get any sort of value out of this, or you are starting to see the profits turning for you a bit better than what they have been, you can kindly just donate what you can to the channel as for the time and effort that I put into this. Okay, guys, so that's a little bit of housekeeping out the way with. What I want to do is go over to the Facebook page as well, if you just bear with me, and then we'll get into the charts. We'll just get rid of that. For some reason the page is slowing up. I don't know why. Get rid of that. Right, we'll go. Right, so what you've got is the smart money, okay? Again, want to see what we've got here. We've got some trade ideas in here. I'm going to try and put some trade ideas mainly into the Discord channel. Okay, the reason, the process behind that is I'm going to try and encourage people to get inside of that Discord channel. Okay, and then from there we can monitor things from there. Okay, guys. From that aspect, what we've got, if I just click on this, we've got, so I'm maybe going to try and create a room where once in a while we can all get in this together. From there, we've got the announcements on here, okay, where it's just telling people to request the link. I've got a trade setup alert already for the CAD Swiss franc, which we'll go over in a moment, okay. From there, other than that, it's just heavily trying to get people into this Discord channel, because this is where the value and all the golden nuggets are going to be, guys, okay? So again, this is a free value source for anybody and everybody that wants to learn to trade Forex. This, for me, is the most profitable way. Again, scalping is a skill and an art in itself. It can be hard, it's very emotional. With this, you can actually analyze the charts, okay, and you're working with price action. So what we're going to do, we're going to head over to the charts and have a look at a couple of things, okay, and we'll see where we are. And we'll not go through too much, but what I want to do first of all is click on the red list, and there's a couple of charts on here which I have got set at the moment, okay. So we'll go over to here. So this is the one that I had set up, and you'll see this is the entry. We've got a 0.69030, stop loss of 0.68830, take profit of 0.69780. Right, guys, so what we've got on this essence, it was a break of structure, okay. So you can see from here, we've had a low point, we've come up, we've come down, we've come up, we've come down, okay. So what you can see, guys, is you have created a low, okay. From there, you've created a lower high because we've moved up on structure. From there, you can see we have now got a new lower high as well. Okay, this is just about to end there, or it looks as if it's just here missed the entry point at the moment. Again, we've got a new lower high. However, if you look on the opposite side of this, you look on the other side, we've got a high and a higher high. Okay, guys. So what I'm just going to get rid of this, and I'm going to show you the reasons behind this setup. Let's get rid of these. And again, if you've seen any value in anything that I do on these, please drop your comments below and let me know. Just get rid of that. So we get our fibs, okay? We've got a low, a high, a lower high. We broke structure from here to here. This is a new, this is the easiest form to trade the smart money. You go from here up to the highest wick, okay? You can see from here, I've got my entry area. We just break out that rectangle, and we'll call this the money zone, okay? The 71 to 78.6. This is my entry area, okay? I'm waiting for price to come back in to touch this right here. That's my entry zone, my money zone, as I like to call it, okay? This is the simplest form of trading smart money, okay? You're just waiting for a trend reversal, you break your fibs, you're going from the swing low at that turn up to the swing high, okay? So I'm just going to get rid of some of these just to keep the chart clean. And then from there, we'll move with the Euro JPY, and I'll just take a look at this. Now, I spoke about, okay, signature patterns. This is one of those patterns right now. Now, you'll see on here, we've got an imbalanced area, okay? And then we're just going to scroll in, and I'm going to explain what imbalance is. So imbalance is we've had some engulfing candles coming down, and there's been no sort of healthy price action where the price comes back up to fill these areas where you've had it down. So we just mark out that area from wick. It would be from wick to wick, in fact, okay? So from the bottom of the wick on the opposite side to the wick of there, everything was in a sell motion, okay? So we just mark halfway to there. that is an area of interest if a certain price action forms, okay? So we'll just scroll back out, and at the bottom here, we had the same below here, okay, guys? So it's very little imbalance there, but you can see these are all equal lows as we come along. We've got a double bottom here, and as we come across, come further across, this is where I'm expecting to target, okay? Now, there's one or two ways this may go for us, okay? We've got the pattern. This is the consolidated area. We've come down on a downtrend, okay? We've come down on this downtrend. And as we've pushed down, we've come into what we call a consolidation phase. Let's just have a look at this. Get back on the brush. Consolidation. This is where we get excited. These is normally, for most people, this is hard for people to understand, but believe me, when you go on the charts and practice drawing these up and looking and looking and looking and training your eye to see these, they'll be snapping. They'll just be snapping like that. You'll be picking it up. You'll be picking it up. You'll be picking it up. Okay. So what we have, it all depends. Get rid of that. It all depends how this bit plays out. We've got on the 4-hour chart, we've had the breakout to the downside at the moment. Okay. So I suppose what you've got, if I do that, if I just get rid of this here, and we go over this a lot, you've technically got a break of structure 1, okay? As soon as you get that break of structure 1, take a look, BOS1, just minimize that, make it 11. As soon as you get the break of structure 1, which you've got there, you are setting an alarm, okay? And you're waiting for that break of structure 2. But this is the next top tip that I want to give you guys. If you get the equal highs and the equal lows where you're waiting for liquidity to be broken, because we've officially now got this here, okay, as the break of structure. I'm just going to go down the time frame. I'll explain why in a moment. Normally, you would mark it from the last sell to buy in this instance. This candle here is quite a big candle, to be fair. You're looking at around about 50 pips on that candle alone. I'm just going to come down to the hour time frame, okay? Right, so that's a little bit better for me, okay? So what we're going to do, there's one or two ways we can do this. You'll see here, and I'm going to mark this right. I'm going to mark this right in. You normally go to the halfway point on a 4-hour or a daily candle, okay? Because that's where most of the contracts are going to be. From there, you can see the last down before the sell. So there's one or two ways you could do this. You can either mark your candle from there as going to be the entry for when this pushes up, does a break of structure 2 from here, and then pushes back down, okay? I'm just going to get rid of this a minute and I'll explain. So we've got, we have to be this here. Okay. Right, so we've had the push down, we've got the break of structure, okay, which we've got here. Waiting for the push up to break a structure 2, to push down to mitigate this candle, okay? And then we're coming up to go on the big push, okay? So with that in mind, let's have a look. We're going to be looking for that sort of maneuver, okay? Just ignore the DNA at the moment. So because we've got the break of structure 1, yeah, and what we'll do is we'll pull this to here. We've got the break of structure 1. You're waiting for the potential break of structure 2, so we can see a BOS2. Let's have a look. We're waiting for the break of structure 2. The question mark because obviously we're waiting for the break up, and then what you would be waiting for is a bit of a flag pattern. Okay. Once you get your breaker structure, you'll be looking for the maneuver back down into here to bounce off the entry. Okay. However, I do this with a question mark. However, if you look at this, I just want to measure that there at the moment. The wick, you'll see this right here, and we're going to condense this right in. See this here, guys? 50%. Look where the 50% mark is. Okay. And now, again, we were going to be using this on this occasion because this candle here, the engulfing, okay, the 50% is the exact between these two here. So I would possibly raise this to the entry of there, okay? We'll get rid of this. I'll just scroll back out. What I'll do is I'll get rid of that. Again, you need to wait for this here to do an official breakout, okay? Once we get the official breakout, you've got your BOS2. You would then, on here, set either an alert or an alarm for your entry, okay? Now, didn't mean to do that. What we could possibly do, if we do get that breakout, you're potentially looking for the long, okay? I'm around about there with no more than maybe a 25 pip stop loss, with the potential of this going up to the imbalance, okay? Again, this is a one to watch, a nice move of 1 to 11, okay? But bearing in mind, you've got equalize here, okay? Just make this green. You've got equal highs here, and you've got equal highs here. Now, if I'm a safe gambler man, which I generally am, I would potentially just go to this area here. It's a 1 to 5.28, okay? So what we've got there is potentially what we'll be looking for, in my opinion, at the moment, okay? So what I'm going to do is going to get rid of these ones. It would be nice to have that bigger move, but let's just play it safe for now, and we'll have that as it is, okay? Again, we are waiting for this breaker structure. We are waiting for this breaker structure here. So that is the Euro JPY. This one here is the Great British Pound USD. Okay, I'm just having a little look on this to see why I marked this up, to be fair. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look. We're down to, yeah, right, yeah, so I do apologize. What we're looking at is we've been on a big downtrend at the moment, okay? We've had a breaker structure. It could be 2 years where this is going to go, to be fair. We could be coming back down here to get the push back to the imbalance. However, I do believe, let's get this on here. I do believe we might get a push up to this sort of area at the moment. But again, we're looking at a banker's candle here. And there's a 30 odd pips. I'm going to be trying to drill this down a little bit more. So what we did was we went out a half hour. Okay. We've got some imbalance here. And we had a little bit of an imbalance underneath. Once again, we're coming down with a nice little flag pattern. The USD is getting a little bit stronger at the moment, okay? So I'll explain about the USD in a moment. We're going to be bringing this down to an even tighter entry. And then it was down again to, I do believe it was a 5 minute I looked at. Yeah, so you'll see here, we've got the banker's entry here. And again, this is going to be so tight for it being Great British Pound because these pairs move quite quick. Around about 17 pip stop loss. I did pad it a bit more by putting 20. Okay. I'm waiting for the push up to come down. Risk to reward of around about 4.61. Okay, guys. So on this one, you're going to have a sell limit, entry. You're looking at around about 1.29110. Okay. SL, you're looking at around 1.29312. And then the TP, it was going to be looking at, let's just see where we are, 1.28190. Okay. So I'm going to put that there. I'll just leave that there for you guys to look at. Again, only ever risk 1% of the balance that you have, okay? And then I'll show you how to do. In fact, I'll show you how to do that by FX. To risk the percentage of your accounts, what you're doing is you'll simply go to my FX, okay? Go to Forex calculators. I do believe it's position size calculator. From there, if your account currency is Great British Pound, okay, let's just say you've got a £500 account, right? You only want to risk 1% of that. You're looking at, in this instance, GBP USD, okay? You pick the pair. And then you see in your stop loss is 20 pips. Calculate. Okay. Your stop loss that or your lot size that you're going to be risking is a 0.03. Okay. Your risk to reward, whenever you mark these out and do your risk to rewards, if you risk 1% every time when you do these trades, your lot size will change every time you place a trade. Okay. So you always come to myfxbook.com, go to what your currency is, their account value of your account size at that current time, okay? You then put the currency pair, okay? And then from there, we've got a 20 pip stop loss. So you just put your 20 pip stop loss and you see you're risking 1%, calculate, take away that last number, okay? And then you've got your lot size. So risking 1% on that trade, you're going to be risking 0.03, okay? Lots for that particular one. If the trade comes in, you'll have just grown your account by 4% in one trade, okay? What I would advise you guys to do from here, if you get in on a trade, okay, and you're in healthily in some sort of profit and you're happy with that profit where it's at the moment, always close your trade out, okay? Always close your trade out. Never move your stop loss, okay? You never, ever move your stop loss because that's where you're going to inherit greed and chasing trades and things like that. If you're not happy with the stop loss or you're not happy with the setup of the trade and you're unsure of it, your best thing to do is just don't trade it, okay? And that's the other thing I want to get onto with what I do with my trade and my journey. It took me a long time to get used to this. There is plenty of time to take trades. This method, this style, and this approach to trading, okay, you do not have to get in a trade every day, okay? I must stress that. You only need to take maybe one or two trades each day, if that, okay? Because at the end of the day, you only need one of these trades to come in. You just need to get in that right mindset to think there's no need to chase the market. This is why I don't like scalping, because you're continuously watching charts, you're continuously chasing the price, you're continuously chasing after a loss, you're thinking that one more trade will get you that bit more profit. With this, you're happy to risk 1% of that balance, okay? With this, you are letting the price come to where you know where the banks are taking the previous price action, the previous price. Yes, that's just my little tip on that. So from there, guys, what I want to do, we're going to have a quick rundown and a quick look at some other sort of things on the charts. Just bear with me. Now that I've shown you one or two that I'm looking at the moment. Just see if I can make this a little bit smaller. Right, so let's have a look at the order card. Let's go on a bit of the higher time frames at the moment, 1 hour. So again, guys, at the moment, you can see we've got a little bit of a break of structure, a little bit, okay? Let's just take a look at this. Yeah, a little bit of break of structure, because as you can see from here, we broke the structure there. Let's just have a look. We broke that structure there. There's one or two ways we could sort of look at this, to be fair. I'm going to drill this down a little bit more. 15-minute. Yeah, break of structure, yeah. However, if we do that from here, you can see we've actually come down to retest that at the moment. So this wouldn't be one I'd get on a signature move. I'll go down to 5 minutes. Just see if I can get any more of a super tight. Again, that's mitigated. You can see from here. You see what I mean? We've mitigated that area already. We've come up, we've come down, mitigated this banker's candle here. Okay, so that'll sort of rule out that bit. What I would possibly do from here, go back to the 1 hour. I would look for the possible easier entry, okay? Get the fibs, grow from here up to the wick, okay? Because we've broken the structure from there. This is the easier entry on the bankers. We broke the structure. You can clearly see that, okay? Just get rid of this. And because we've ended up in a bit more of an uptrend, you can simply do your money zone, okay? And again, just to be a bit more visual, there's no need to do this, but you're possibly going to get this motion back down into here. Just have a look at some imbalance. Right, oh, beautiful, beautiful. So I can see right here, guys, from the wick, down to the wick. Yeah, fill out that imbalance, because that was all selling power. Okay, from there, you're looking at the horizontal rear, fill out that there. Let's take a look. Long position. Up to this here. Again, we've got around about 10 pips. Get rid of the noise, guys, and then we can mark this one up as well. Right, so we've got high limit. Henry. You've got a 0.94339. I'm going to put 95 because I like to have like a 0 or a 5 at the end of it, to be fair. From there, we're going to have an SL 0.94290 rather than 49292. TP, we're going to have as 0.952. I'm going to put 1 or just bring that down that little bit more. There's that one, guys. If you want to write that down and sort of follow suit and see what comes of that. Again, you don't feel the need to get in every trade, every call out I pull out there, okay? This is just going to be just a one to watch. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that. Go over to Discord. Let it load up. Went here. Need to know what I want to do. This. And it was odd. Hard. Copy that. That was a buy limit. Buy limit. There. Force that into there. Right, so let's go down to the odds. I don't like to go into too many, to be fair. This hasn't quite. This was from the other week we were looking at. We had a lot of consolidation, but it's not played out. So I'm just gonna delete that. OGPY. Again, guys, you see from here. I mean, just on the trained eye, what we have. Okay, we've got a downtrend. Yeah, big downtrend. Okay, you can see that. From there, instantly, your eyes should be getting trained on this. You've had that big downtrend, okay? But now, you've got equal highs. Okay? And you've got equal lows. This is one to watch. And then you put your coloration in there. Because now what you're waiting for is that signature move. Okay? And that signature move, again, it's either going to be push up to take out the equal highs, push down to take out the equal lows. Wherever we have that highest candle on this side, we're then going to get that mitigation, okay, thus bringing this on a downside, and vice versa. If you get the push down first, the push up, you're going to come down to get that mitigation on the bottom to then get the push up on the upside. If I was a betting man, okay, what I would possibly say was going to happen on here is, let's get this on across here. I will possibly be looking for some form of imbalance in this at the moment, and I can see one straight away. Okay, I can see that imbalance is there. Okay, guys, there's an imbalance area here, and then from there, I'm just going to give you my thought process on this. Horizontal rear. That's an area of interest. I would now be possibly looking at push out, the push up to take out the lows and the highs of the equal lows and highs. Okay. Banker's candle being here, we then get the push down to here, doing the correct move. Okay. You get something like that on a long position. Let's just say you had this here. I mean, this is just a quick thought. You're going to be getting a nice move of possibly a 1 to 6 to 1 to 7. Okay. I hope that makes a little bit of sense to you. Let's get rid of that. I mean, that's the thought process behind that. I'm just going to keep this open. And then what I'm going to do as well, where are we at? I'm going to put a question mark so I know I'm watching this. Right. Let's have a look at CAD-JPY. We'll just go over a couple. This was one off the other week. This played out. This is one that I done. It was a 1 to 2.5. Yeah. Right. This is what I was looking at there, guys. Euro odd. This was one I sort of sent out this afternoon, I think it was. Let's go down to 45 minutes. I think this was in the chat, to be fair. We are still waiting for this to come down and play down, to be honest. There's every chance where this could still happen, okay? So we are waiting for this to come down to mitigate off this area. It's going to go down. I'm sure this was on the 15-minute I was looking at, to be fair. Yeah, so this is what we were looking at on this particular one. Okay, this was going to be our entry here of this area here. Okay, coming down to test this bankers to sort of push down to come up to give us that risk of one to get rid of that, John. It was a risk to reward of 1 to 4.82. So that's, again, that should be in my watch list, to be fair. Euro GP buy, we've done. Good British pound or, gonna have a quick look. This was up from the other week. We'll go up to the hour. Again, we can see here, okay. You see, more or less got equal highs here, okay. So we've mitigated from a banker's candle, which would have been this area here. It looks like we've mitigated from the last buy before the sell. Just scroll along just to see. You can see we've done that there. We've created the equal high, so that'll be one we're still waiting for to play out at the moment on the signatures. From there, we've had a break of structure here. Okay, let's just have a look at this. Do a closer play on this. Get this right, John. We've had that little bit of a correction from there. We'll get this up to here. You can see we're heading down for the money zone now. Okay, this might play out into a trade. The money zone. Okay, guys, we've come out. We're now going to get that flag pattern. Okay, that flag pattern back into the area of our money zone, and then we're going to be looking to shoot off to the moon with this. Let's just have a little look of some areas of imbalance. Let's just see if we can spot some. Right, so first of all, I think the most interesting part is, let's say, a horizontal wheel. We've got equal high areas. And again, and to be honest, I would go for this area. This is another sort of fib area. This is take profit 1 and 2, something I've never really gone over on the Fibonacci levels. These are two of the levels, TP 1 and 2. So I'm going to test this. This is going to be definitely a one to watch, okay? So I'm not going to call this. I'm just going to say we're going to have a quick check to see how this plays out and demo this. So I'm going to target that area there, okay? That's quite a big stop loss, to be fair. 70 pip, good British pound. We'll just drill this down. 15 minutes. Let's get rid of all this again. We'll start this off afresh. Again, we can see you've got a lot of bankers candles here. It's a bit better. So I'm going to base this on the preference of the last down before the up, okay? Again, you've got that up here, you've got that flag pattern, which is what we're waiting for. nicely forming to bring us down to then shoot us off. Okay, and we will be looking for the long, right on the money. Stop being just below there. It's around about 26, 27 pip stop loss. Okay, guys. But again, we've got, let's just have a look at this. Get the fibs. Again, to be fair, you broke the structure there, you could actually, you're still going to have quite a bigger stop loss on here, to be honest. I'm going to draw this from this sort of preference, to be honest. We're going to have this as our banker's candle, okay, and I'm still going to use this as a target area. This is something I'm testing at the moment because this strategy, we're going to have a 1 to 10. Take note of this. Please don't take this trade. This is just something I'm going to practice on myself on these particular pairs. These can be very volatile, to be honest, okay? So we'll have one more check on something else, NZDJPY. Again, consolidation period. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See here. I suppose you could say this is a push up, okay? Oh, well, this is on a 15-minute chart as well, by the way. We've had the push up, okay? You're waiting for the push down. If you get the break of structure here, we're going to be looking to mitigate from around about, it's down to 5 minutes. You could sort of mitigate from that area there, that last up before the sell. That'll be our bankers area. But again, you need the break of structure too. Okay, you need this here to break out of the low. Okay, so you've had the push up. You need this to break down here. If it breaks down here, you're then going to get in on that area there. Okay, take it up to the higher time frame. You're going to be targeting the bigger areas. There's not much to, I think this is on a quite low area, to be fair. We might actually take out this area here. 4 hour. We'll try the 4 hour. Yeah, so we've got this here. We might actually come down to this bankers area to mitigate off this, to then push up. You see what I'm saying? The bankers down before the up. So we might get this sort of back to the 5 minute, and I'll explain. To get that tight entry, okay, we have got this to mitigate of this candle right here, okay? So if we get the push up, which we have, you need to break a structure down here. And then you need this, scroll out. Down the candles. For some reason, my computer has just slowed up, guys. Just bear with me. I think that's a sign to, there we are. That's better. Right, so because we've had the break up out of here, you're waiting for the breaker structure too. So this here, guys, as a signature pattern, you know, that's the BOS1. We've had that, okay? We need the BOS2. We need the BOS2 to happen, okay? I'll put a question mark next to that. We're waiting for this to sort of come to fruition. When it does that, this is the area that we are waiting to mitigate off, which is this candle right here, okay? And then on the downside, on the short of this was to come here, very super tight, 8 or 9 pips. Okay, just, wait, did I actually draw this out or not? Equal lows here. Okay, it was bigger. This could be a potential big move. 1 to 32.9. Again, I would possibly pad that out a bit more. We're on a 20 pip stop loss, to be fair. This I'm going to put on the watch list as well, guys, okay? It all depends on the breakout of this. If we get the breakout of BOS2, we are certainly going to be testing this BOS1 area, okay, guys? So again, I'll put this on the red and watch list. I'm just going to go and put a question mark on that as well, guys. So, stop the share. That's it for a little bit of market analysis and showing you some trade ideas, some setups. Okay, guys, what I want you guys to try and do, okay, just going to put me on full screen, try and sort of understand this signature move or the signature pattern move. Practice yourself on the charts, okay? It's not about rushing into trades, okay? You don't need to rush into a trade at all. Just practice, practice, practice. Use the Discord channel to post your chart setups within the members chart setups area. Let's all get together. Let's have a chat and have a look at things and what we'll possibly do over time. When I do get the time properly, we possibly start maybe doing a little bit, a couple of lives every so often, okay, and going over a few things, okay, guys? So for now, I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of this video tonight. I didn't mean for it to go on for too long, but I just needed to show you different aspects on the charts and things like that. And again, as always, if you're liking what you're seeing, please drop your comments below. It does take a little bit of time to get into this and sort of get your brain trained into it. And again, if you've seen any value and if you're starting to hit the pips and being a little bit more profitable, don't forget to head over to that donation part and drop a little donation to help with the running of the page, guys. Okay, guys? So I hope you have enjoyed tonight's little short, brief video. And any questions, you just give me a shout. Okay, guys? Thank you very much.